Welcome to the zoo. You are now entering the Outkast podcast. Please don't feed the animals, and please feed the trolls. Welcome to the Outkast podcast. Welcome to the zoo. To the Outkast podcast. Welcome to the zoo. You are now entering the Outkast podcast. Please don't feed the animals, and please feed the trolls. Welcome to the Outkast podcast. Welcome to the zoo. You are now entering the Outkast podcast. Please don't feed the animals, and please feed the trails. Welcome to the Outkast podcast. Welcome to the zoo. 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 You are now entering the Outkast podcast. Please don't feed the animals, and please feed the trolls. Welcome to the Outkast podcast. Welcome to the zoo. Welcome to the zoo. Welcome to the zoo. You finally made it back to the zoo. Welcome to the zoo. You finally made it back to the zoo. Welcome to the zoo. You finally made it back to the zoo. Welcome to the zoo. You finally made it back to the zoo. Welcome to the zoo. You finally made it back to the zoo. Welcome to the zoo. You finally made it back. Finally made it back to the zoo. Welcome to the zoo. Finally made it back to the zoo. Welcome to the zoo.
I'm just an outcast. Own it, own it, own it, own it, own it, own it, own it. I own it, own it, own it, own it, own it. I'm just an outcast. Own it, own it, own it, own it, own it, own it, own it. I own it, own it, own it. I'm just an outcast. Yeah, I'm just an outcast. Don't agree with me, that's fine. 'Cause I'm an outcast. Outcast, outcast. Standing on my own path. Say what you want about me, I'm still an outcast. I'm just an outcast, yeah, I'm just an outcast. Don't agree with me, that's fine, 'cause I'm an outcast. Yeah, outcast, yeah, I wear that crown fast. Truth over narrative, that's the Outkast soundtrack. Copy me, you a copycat. Snitch on me, 'cause y'all just rats. Mad, I put a curtain back and exposed all the fake acts. Yeah, I see through the bullshit. Everybody talking, but they clueless. I just came with the blueprint. Now they mad 'cause I proved it. They was laughing in the beginning. Now the room getting quiet when I'm in it. Truth hit hard like a sentence. Now they praying that I stop the business, but I won't though. I expose those fake kings wearing fake clothes. I just talk what I know, bro. Truth shining like a strobe though. I'm just an outcast, yeah, I'm just an outcast. Don't agree with me, that's fine, 'cause I'm an outcast. Outcast, standing on my own path. Say what you want about me, I'm still an outcast. Outcast, out. I'm just an outcast. I'm just an outcast. They hate when the mask slip. Truth hit hard like a casket. Everybody wanna talk loud till the facts get drastic. I was never in the in crowd, always moving like a misfit. Now they studying the blueprint, 'cause the outcast did it. Yeah, they copied and denied. Act tough, then go silent. All that gossip and the lie ain't nothing but a ride. But I'm built for the pressure. Every bar like a lecture. When the truth hit the room, watch the fake get exposed forever. I'm just an outcast, yeah, I'm just an outcast. Don't agree with me, that's fine, cause I'm an outcast. Outcast. I'm just an outcast.
Yo, 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 you hear me? Do you hear me? And do you hear me? Alright, so we got EMBREE coming up today. We got a video from him. We got about a 22-minute video. He's going to explain some things. And we're going to give him a listen. And then we're going to bring him up on a panel. And me and him will have a chat about things. You can see he doesn't have a lot of subscribers. But a lot of people know EMBREE. He supports a lot of the creators. He's in a lot of chats supporting. So I had a talk with him. I said, bro, you need to start, spitting your opinion out there on some videos. So make sure you guys go give him a follow. His channel is pinned below or up top. I don't know. Whatever you see, you see. So make sure you give him a follow. If you do like this video, you will be able to watch it on his channel. And he will be uploading more as time goes on. I wouldn't have him up here if I didn't think he was smart enough to have up here, if that makes any sense to you. Good to see you, everyone. Good to see you. We got a birthday in the chat. We got Dana's birthday. Make sure everyone says happy birthday to Dana. We're going to give Dana a birthday song because that's what we do here at the Outkast podcast. We do a little birthday song to our long supporters. If you're a long supporter of the Outkast podcast, it's your birthday, we'll give you a little birthday music. So make sure you say happy birthday to Dana in the chat. I'd say you're going to lose your mod stick, but you guys all lost your mod stick. I'm sorry about that. Don't feel it's not personal. We're just going to try to create a different atmosphere around here, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's just it. Don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. So give a shout out to Dana. Wish her happy birthday. We're going to play a little happy birthday music for her. Here we go. We can't get EMBREE to at least 100 subs. I quit. I quit after tonight. So let's get him to at least 100 subs. Alright. Happy birthday. Much appreciated for supporting the zoo. We appreciate you. We're going to give a shout out to Lore for the donation. Make sure you thank Lore in the chat.
Outkast, you received a donation from Lore. Everyone thank Lore in the chat, or you're gonna lose your pav stick. Here comes the money, dollar. Here comes the money, dollar. Let's all thank Lore for the donation.
So shout out Lore. Thank you so much for that donation. We appreciate you. Let's start out with a little hellos. And I can't start from the top. We got Jiggly Melons here, Meg P's here, James Bones here, Angela is here, Terry Dawn is here, good to see ya. EMBREE's here, good to see ya. Blue Rain's here, good to see ya. Reggie is here, good to see ya. Kathy Indie Zone is here. You go follow her page. Good to see ya. Where is Ragnar, Kathy? Where is Ragnar? Miss Foxy is here. Marlena is here. Nothing Half-Assed is here. B is for Becca is here. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. CT Girl is here. Good to see you as well. Amanda B is here. If I double dip you, you got double dipped. Templeton is here. Good to see you. Shit. I'm lost already. Gilli is here. Meg Pizzle is here. Leslie is here. Good to see you. Good to see you. Eddie Purdy is here. Good to see you. Frustration, a little bit of speculation is here. Good to see you. Sweet and Sassy is here. Good to see you. Good to see you. A Wicca Slim Shady is here. Good to see you. Cram and Chaos is here. Good to see you as well. Big Plants Little City is here. Cena's here. Good to see you, Tracy. Much love to you. Jennifer's here. Jason Purcell is here. Okay, Carol, whoever is here. Sharon B is here. Jiggly Melons, a double dip. The Bunny Murphy is here. Bad Bunny is here. Patty B is here. Much love to you. Lady Black Sheep is here. Good to see you. Kaz Girl is here. Much love to you. Dana's the birthday girl. Oh, dude. No way, dude. Sharon B is here. Good to see you. Much love to you. Sad Girl is here. Good to see you. Lady Black Sheep is here. James Moan is here. For fuck's sakes, where is Ragnar? And Jojo Feather is here. If I missed you, I'm sorry. I went through a lot of shit there. True Sleuths is here. Odds is here. Good to see you. If I wake up early tomorrow morning, we do have a FOIA request that landed on the desk of Outkast Podcast. We have the president of Sigma Chi. What the fuck is this dude's name again? It's his weird ass name. Reed Ofsthun. We got Reed Ofsthun's audio interview. We will probably play that tomorrow morning. So if you're around tomorrow morning, we do have that one. It's about 22-minute interview. It is over the phone, so it's not video. It is audio. It is done by the Idaho State Police. So yeah, if I'm not busy in the morning tomorrow, I don't know, maybe 10 a.m. Eastern, we will be playing that. As long as I'm alive. But sometime tomorrow we will play that. What's up, McCann? Good to see you. Pammy B. Good to see you, Terry Dawn. Mason Barstow. No, it's not him. It's someone else. So what we're going to get into, though, tonight is RJ EMBREE, okay? So we're going to play this video. He's got questions for Cy Ray. He's going to do his little research. He did his research. He listened to Cy Ray's, his videos, his testimony, his, what he has said. So we're going to play and we're going to listen to him. And then after, you guys could, I'll bring him up here. We'll shoot the shit. You guys could ask him questions. It's a free-for-all, We're not too professional over here. You know what I'm saying? So let's see how many subs he got. Okay, he's got 50. So we got about 25 of you lovely souls to give him a follow. All right, here we go. We're going to play this video right now. And then we're going to bring him up after. It's about a 22-minute video. Let's see what he's got to say here.
Is the Godfather? Alright everyone, I'm making this video because I hate this case and I'm starting to hate everyone in it. Apologise for the background noise, the rain is absolutely mental here at the moment, but it's time to expose some shit. I need Cy Ray to do it. Well, thankfully for me, he has recently volunteered to become my next victim. So, long and the short of it, I believe FISA, the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, and the Hemisphere Program were used illegally against United States citizens in this case. As for Hemisphere, we can confirm that because Boyd Jackson was mentioned in Cy Ray's affidavit as the source of information for Brian's cell phone data. Okay. FISA, Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. The whole purpose of FISA is to spy on foreign spies, whether they are on US soil or not. It is illegal to use FISA against an American citizen without going to the FISA court for an appropriate warrant. I see no evidence of that warrant in this case. In fact, the cover-up and all the bullshit around it points in the other direction. Now, because I'm only 99% sure on this, I'm going to make another video and we're going to break it down, knowing Pfizer facts, the timeline, and some basic math to prove that nothing else could have been done by the feds at the start other than this. Okay, we're going to be talking about the Hemisphere program in this video. We're going to use Cyray's testimony from the 30th of May 2024, which I have practically transcribed. Okay, we're going to run through it and I'm going to show you how these were basically used in a general matter and how the MPD used parallel construction to cover up the feds bullshit. Okay, Cyray recently said that he has joined this case for defending the investigative purpose. I believe a purposeful investigation was not done, and it was all of this. Okay, we'll just run over some basic things. Okay, we got 3,800 people from an AT&T tower dump, right at the start. And he says that his role was to analyze all geolocation data, not just Brian's. So he is intimately familiar with AT&T records because if you know Cyray's history, he's practically the godfather of cell phone tracking and invented basically everything we're going to cover here. He has seen AT&T records of Brian's at that date. Okay? He's looked at 2 warrants from the 23rd of December by Payne. 2 warrants on the same day, extremely rare. Okay? And when you've got a police department with the likes of Payne and Maori, I would say that that is not good enough. I'd say it's probably more rare than extremely rare. First warrant analysis would take, he says, him about 3 hours because he is the godfather, but a capable person who knows what they're doing half a day or more. Okay? You need call detail records, CAVR, tower list, everything, just to do the warrant from the analysis of the first warrant. Okay? The first warrant return didn't include the tower list. So, how are you analysing the first warrant to get the second one? Because you're lying. Right? You're lying. He says that timing advance records were requested in both warrants. Well, as we know now, that timing advance records weren't available to the state on the 23rd of December. So why is Special Agent Nick Balance having Payne asking for timing advance records and warrants when they're not available? Okay, the answer is because you need to have timing advance records mentioned because you actually obtain that information from here. This stuff just really infuriates me. He said he has not seen BK's timing advance records at that time. And that in 2022, AT&T definitely had timing reports. I think this guy is the reason why he hasn't seen them. And whether they are still in AT&T's database, which I suspect they're not, is down to him. Okay, the second warrant return had no tower list. So, the AT&T tower list that you need to analyse these warrants, where is it? Like, they didn't get it. So, you know, how are you doing this work? Second warrant asked for a trap and trace on Brian's phone. Okay? It also asked for a cell tower simulator to try and locate Brian's device. Fair enough? Sai says that he's recently reviewed documents that clearly state they already knew where he was with a surveillance team watching him. And that it's unusual for an agency to request $1 million piece of equipment to try and locate someone that they're already watching and have under surveillance. Well, I bet it is. Why are you trying to find someone that you're already watching? Because you can't let it out how you actually knew where he was. So you need to request $1 million piece of equipment to try and hide where you got your information from. Okay. He is intimately familiar with the FBI CAST program and has worked with it 50 plus times. He has seen Maori's exhibits that he says are made from the FBI CAST report. Okay, he says the FBI CAST viz gave Maori AT&T call detail records and a tower list of sources. Right, but Maori claims to not have used the tower list to create his map. He says it's physically impossible for Maori's map to be created without the AT&T tower list that Maori claims not to have used. And that the AT&T tower list was not contained in both the warrant returns. Well, I'd imagine that the AT&T tower list probably came from here. The CAST Viz program offers 2 types of mapping and both of them require tower lists. Okay, and Maori's map proves that the AT&T tower list was used. It's, you know, like, this is what happens, okay? Like, you can hide behind the dumbness of people like that. And this. That's what the feds are doing. They're hiding behind these 2 clowns. Yeah, Maori stated he did not use the tower list to create his map. Well, that's really interesting. And the CAST Viz logs would prove what program was used. Right. Fucking boom. Right there. That is the entry point to start talking about these 2. Right. Government surveillance weapons. That's how you get in and start asking questions, because someone's got to do it. Maori did not save any of his work to create his map. Well, that's not surprising. It's probably because he didn't do anything and it wasn't his work.
He's talking about Maori and Payne, the tag team. What up, Leanne Hope? Jermelia's here. Critic Rick. Giggy Gig is here. Jack Deary's here. Mason Fairchild's here. Nuda needs a nap. Good to see you. Much love to you. Livy Liv is here. Good to see you. If you're enjoying this video, make sure you click the link below and give them a follow. Right, here we go. Yeah, so he's talking about Payne and Maori. Detective Maori.
Okay, this is about the drive testing that was done around the FBI CAST report of Brian's phone. Okay, the defense was only given 4 months of the tower list, not 6, that I failed to mention back here was requested in the warrants. Okay, cell towers, they pop up all the time, so every month you would want an updated list, right? And 6 months, that tells me one of 2 things. Either they got 6 months of his data from here, or this surveillance team that's watching him, it's been watching him for 6 months. It's one of the 2. Can't be anything else. Okay, his statement around the drive testing is creating a report that was about drive testing and then coming into court to testify without the drive testing is no different to creating an exhibit on phone records and then not showing the phone records used. Detective Maori. dumbass. The drive test source data is the drive test. Okay, this is important because how drive testing should work, right? If you wanted to go from, say, Pullman, right, to Moscow, and there were 3 different roads, you would then go and drive all 3 of them, okay, and the CAST program would map out which way the cell phone actually went. But no, the drive test source data is the drive test. So they basically went and drove one way, right, and fed only that data into the program. It's, you know, this shows that they don't have to do any of this because of those 2 things that we spoke about back there. He says there's significant pieces missing from the drive testing in the defence's position, and that the defense was provided drive testing data for 1/4 of a mile in an irrelevant location. He would expect to see significant data on routes, area, and crime scene for the FBI CAST program to create the CAST report. And 2 to 3% of the critical data missing that's needed to create the CAST report includes significant locations such as Pullman to Moscow, including Highway 270 and the Moscow-Pullman Road. I mean, if you're creating a map, right, on someone's phone that's going from Pullman to Moscow, why are you missing location data, the significant data, between Pullman to Moscow? He says that the defense has data from the neighborhood around the crime scene, but not the crime scene, which is significant because of Moscow geography, because cell phone analysis is affected by hills and mountains and all that sort of shit. So where's the data from the crime scene? Or more importantly, where's the crime scene? Because that's what some people are going to be asking. Well, where's the actual crime scene now? And, you know, I don't blame them. He couldn't find any drive testing data relevant to 1122 King Road. So, you know, like, how are you creating a map that Brian went to 1122 King Road when there's no drive testing data on it? The drive testing scanner used for drive testing was unusually not correctly collecting AT&T data between Pullman and Moscow, which is concerning to him. The scanner is usually self-calibrating, and he has seen documents that show 2 errors in the scanner, which it did not have when it left the factory. He would need to see logs from when the scanner was returned to the factory by the provider to see what those errors were. Okay? Anne says to him, is it possible the FBI agents weren't properly trained to do drive testing and collect drive testing data? And Cy says, I know of the 2 FBI agents and they've been properly trained. You know why? Because he invented drive testing, and he also founded the company that trains these idiots, including both of these idiots and all of their idiot mates on how to do drive testing properly. He says the missing data is important because it will show him whether there's been manipulation or a genuine mistake. Well, I'll bet you it's that one. And he's had significant concerns about the drive testing ever since he's seen the CAST report. So you can tell just by looking at the CAST report that the drive test, it's not going to line up. It's not going to match. It's all bullshit, just like this. The FBI has mapped 6% of the 6 months data they got from Brian's phone when it should be 100, right? Because remember, if there's 3 ways, you go and drive all 3 of them. The FBI has mapped 18% of the data from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. on the 13th of November. Not mapping all the data is extremely problematic for probable cause. Right? Because they didn't have probable cause. The entire probable cause affidavit is all built on lies around everything to do with Brian's phone. And, you know, there's quite a few others we could throw in there. He said there are statements and assumptions in the records that he's recently seen that will never be supported by the data. The data does not represent what it claims to represent, and everything he has seen up to that date, 30th of March 2024, is exculpatory. Right? So, all of this crap, and all of this stuff by this idiot, and involved with that idiot, this is all called parallel construction. Okay? When you use these two, and you need to hide the fact that you use these two, you get this idiot to do all of this. Okay? And someone needs to start asking some pretty serious questions, because I know that Cyrene knows what I know, and this case is just getting beyond the point of a joke. Now, the lovely people that I know that are doing the interview, I don't expect them to risk themselves and their families. I'm quite happy for the White House to put a target on my back to do it, but this shit has to come out, because Cyrene knows. Okay, that's whether he thinks Brian's guilty or not, he knows. He knows about all of this. And he knows that these are all bullshit. Okay? There is an issue that we do have. Okay? If the information obtained on Brian was done in such a way that it can never be released to the public, there may be something in there that we might not want to hear. Okay? Just maybe. So, I'm basing some questions off this testimony. You know, this testimony is all you need. You can get other information from his affidavits and stuff, but this is all you need. Because if you start asking questions, right, you know, on the 23rd of December 2022, when the extremely rare situation of those two warrants being returned on the same day occurs, how was the analysis of the first warrant return done to then apply for the second warrant if the required AT&T cell tower list was not included in the first warrant return? You know, simple question. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see his answer just on that, because, yeah, I don't know what excuse he can give, because it's not possible. You know, so these questions, and you basically get down to a point where, like, these questions are strategic. You know, I already know the answers to them, and I know that he knows the answers to them. You know, how could Detective Mowry create his map of Brian's phone movements without an AT&T tower list that he claims to not have used? And you just get down to, you know, you work your way through and you get down to here. You said to Anne that the logs from the FBI Outkast program would prove what program was used. Do you believe the Hemisphere program was used by the FBI to obtain all of Brian's geolocation data? Fucking boom! Okay, that's it. I bet he won't be expecting it. But once you're there, then all of these two come into play. And you just, you know, I can figure out more questions, and I'll just get more and more egregious and shit. Because I believe that Pfizer was used against 3,800 Americans in the AT&T tower dump. And that's the most egregious shit of all. Okay? I'll make another video to explain why I believe that to be the case. But at the end of the day, there's only one Cellbrite report in this case. Only one. And it's for Brian. Okay? Because he wasn't part of the AT&T tower dump between 3 and 5. So they used Hemisphere against him. You see, when you use Pfizer against 3,800 people, a whole town, the last thing you need is a Cellbrite report. Because you already have absolutely everything. That's pretty much that's pretty much where I've got to anyway. But this case really pisses me off.
Alright, so what do you guys think about that video? I'm going to try to bring RJ up real quick. He's up here. Hey, what up, RJ? Baby.
Yo, what's up, my deep?
What up? What up?
Sorry, I'll just close out YouTube.
Alright.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear an echo, though.
Is it gone now?
Echo. No, it's still there.
Typical. If it wasn't fucking Nightbot at the start, fucking banning everyone, now it's an echo.
I know, I had to fucking ban him. Try to leave and come back. See if we can fix it. That sucks. I hope it fixes. Well, if you'd like to, make sure you guys go give him a follow, that's for sure. What up, Gypsy? Was it good to see you? Good to see you. Fuck's sakes. What up, love, Tina? Let's see if this works.
Yo. Testing.
Let me remove myself. Hello. Yo. Oh, it looks like that worked. No, it didn't. Fuck. That's a great video, by the way, though.
Is that better?
Yeah, for now.
Yep.
I'm talking far away from my mic.
It's just the feds, bro. Trying to sabotage it.
They're all over us, bro, tapping our shit.
Fuck, they're about to be.
So you were talking about a hemisphere report. What were you talking about? What the hell is the hemisphere report? Or the hemisphere?
Hemisphere program is it's a contract between the White House and AT&T where the feds can basically access everything on any AT&T customer without a warrant.
So you believe or you know this is what they use?
Well, we know that was used against Brian because I named Boyd Jackson in his affidavit, and he's the guy that runs it. He is that contact.
Oh, so Boyd Jackson runs that program.
Yep, he is that contact that all the feds go to use it. So we can confirm that it's it's Pfizer that I'm not 100% on, but like the more I think about it, the closer I'm getting to 100%. And I don't think that I don't think there was any other way that it wasn't Pfizer in the time frame, you know. I've got to work out the math, but like, you know, like how long would it take the FBI to go out and get 3,800 phones, download them, analyze them? Even if it wasn't 3,000 and it was, say, 900 important phones from that tower dump, you know, going and getting 900 phones and then downloading them, just to do all of that in the time frame that we have here, like from November 13th to basically December the 19th, it's just, yeah, I just don't see it being possible without Pfizer.
Can you guys hear me now? I'm trying to lower it because I got an echo on my voice. So, can you hear me all right now? I put it up a little bit. Are you on speakerphone, RJ?
Yo.
Are you on speakerphone?
Yeah.
All right. Is there echo cancellation? Any option for that?
There was. I'll have to. Hold on.
I got it really low, but it's there. If you could.
I've got it turned on.
All right. So fuck it. Maybe I'm just getting it, but we're good.
What about now?
No, we're good. So what you're insinuating is Maui and Brett Payne did exactly what? What were you saying?
Well, it's called parallel construction. It's basically they're trying to create a fake pathway to say where all the information came from for the investigation, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But everything's been done by the feds. You know, the MPD didn't do fuck all in this case. It's all done by the feds. And the feds are just trying to use Payne, who doesn't know fucking left from right, so they can use him to cover up what they've done.
So you think Payne and Maori are just the front guys of their work, and they just kind of try to take credit for it?
Well, Payne definitely is. He can go on the stand and just play dumb, and like he did, and because you know he testified, he had to rely on people that are a lot smarter than him. You know, he could just play dumb. Whereas, you know, Maori has some idea of exactly what he was doing, and the fact he went along with it is probably why he received that award.
Oh, fuck's sakes. He got a award?
Well, anyone involved in, you know, it's starting to look like anyone that was involved with covering up the feds' bullshit was either promoted, and anyone that wasn't got out of there real fast, retired, moved, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, if I really sat down and mapped out, you know, what was done, and then who got promoted and who left and shit, it would be pretty obvious.
What's up, JVF? What's up, Laura? Give a couple shout outs. Go ahead there, RJ.
But I think it's, you know, without me doing that, which could take fucking days, I think it's pretty clear to see, you know, just by putting a few things together, you can kind of see what's happened. I mean, it's physically impossible for Maori to create his map without a tower list, and he says he didn't use one. So
Maori says he didn't use one, so basically how the fuck are you mapping it if you don't even have that data? You're basically saying.
Yeah, you didn't get the tower list from any of your warrants, right?
So what the fuck is he saying he used? He's not saying anything? He's just saying he did it with no...
He's just saying that he didn't use a tower list to do it, but, you know, you need one.
It's interesting.
But he just doesn't want to... He doesn't want to tell Anne exactly, like, where he got his sources of information.
So why do you do all this finagle shit to fucking just pin it on Brian? I mean...
Yeah, well, that's what we don't know. I mean, I could see in some respects why Pfizer would be like real significant to the feds. Like in that situation, like that's what Pfizer's good for, right? You got 3,800 people, you got a significant event happening, and you need to nail it down because Pfizer will easily do that. But where Brian comes into it, it's not really that clear yet. Well, to me anyway, it's not that. Yeah.
So what's so Cy Ray's on the stand and he's pointed out all their flaws, right? He's pointing this all out. The majority of this.
Yep. He's basically laying it out for Judge what's going on.
So you think Cy Ray thinks that they got him illegally?
Oh, he knows. I know he knows it.
Right.
Yeah, and he needs to be questioned on it because, like, realistically, if he doesn't want to talk about it, you know, like, he probably won't want to talk about it because these are, like, secret government surveillance fucking weapons and, you know, they've been used illegally. So, but the questions have got to be asked anyway, whether he just says no comment or doesn't want to talk about it. Like,
right,
the shit's got to come out. The question's got to be asked. It's got to be pretty obvious to everyone that sees that interview, anyone he's involved with, whatever, that we know what the fuck happened. We know what's gone on.
Do you think he regrets saying this shit on the stand?
No, I don't think so. I think he's going to be. I think he's going to wish that hearing on the 30th wasn't public.
What did he say on the 30th that was so special that you think that?
Oh, just the whole thing, you know, because now, like, he's going to get questioned on it.
Right. All right, so you mentioned they had 4 months and they had 6 months. What were you talking about there with the 6 months and 4 months? They had 6. What did they do? They only went back 4 or something?
Yeah, they only gave the defense like 4 months of data for the drive testing, right? For the tower list. So, cell phone towers, they pop up all the time. There's new ones being built. So why is there 2 months missing?
And where are these 2 months that are missing? Before or what are them 2 months exactly? You know?
No, we don't know what the 2 months exactly, which months they are. But at the end of the day, the only reason you would hide 2 months of tower list data is that you're trying to hide a cell phone tower.
So you think they're doing it to hide a specific tower?
Yeah, I reckon they're hiding a tower because there's no other reason why you wouldn't disclose it.
So you think he may have, like, I'm just guessing here, right? You think he connected to a tower they don't want people to know about during this time frame of the murders?
I'd say that there's probably data pertaining to a cell phone tower, and the feds left it out of the drive testing because they don't want that data to have to be used, because you should use all your data as sources for your drive testing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that could be the third cell phone tower that Ashley Jennings let slip about in court accidentally, because we know they've been trying to hide a cell phone tower say that there was only 2 of them when there's now 3.
So she slipped up in court and said about the third tower and tried to make it go away?
Yeah. She slipped up all right. And Hitler said to her, if you mention that, I'll have to give them a Franks hearing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So if you had, give me your top questions. You got Cy Ray's on the custody queens. Or what do you specifically think? I want this fucking answered. Number 1 question. What do you got for me?
Well, I mean, The first one, they get the easiest one out of the way, and was Hemisphere used against Brian, and you know, everything else that pertains from that, you just ask why. Like, what, you know, we just want answers to why these things were done. You know, and then you sort of lead into Pfizer, about Pfizer being used against the tower dump and why, and all that shit. We might be able to get some answers from just why questions. But yeah, start out with Hemisphere.
I mean, what do you
Find
think?
out
He probably won't answer that one, right?
Well,
I mean, you're saying Hemisphere was used against 3,800 Americans.
no, Hemisphere was used against Brian because Brian wasn't part of the tower dump. And Pfizer was used against the tower dump. See, like when this case first came out, like back in the beginning, the whole story around Brian turning his phone off was to kind of cover the fact that he wasn't part of the tower dump.
Really?
That's where it all came from. They, you know, like it was kind of public. They were talking about how they had done a tower dump. That was public as. But Brian wasn't part of it, so he must have turned his phone off.
And what time was that at?
That was like just a few months after this happened. That's where the whole thing came from. That he turned his phone off. I mean, the question we really want answered is, why did they go after somebody that wasn't part of the tower dump? Like, how does Brian actually fit into it? And why is Brian so important that they had to then go and use Hemisphere against him?
Right, so he's not even part of the tower dump. So how did they actually get to Brian?
Yeah, exactly. This is why Anne keeps asking, how did they get Brian's name? Because she knows, Cy knows, and she knows that he wasn't part of that tower dump.
So this whole time, she still doesn't know how they got to Brian Koberger.
I don't think so. No, I don't think any of us really know either.
Or she may know and just hasn't publicly said it.
Well, she may have that suspicion or knowledge that he was being followed for that 6 months before this even happened. So she might have been trying to figure out why he was being followed by the FBI.
Fuck's sakes.
It's a possibility. They either got 6 months of his data from Hemisphere, or they were watching him for 6 months.
So what if they were watching him for 6 months? He was under surveillance for something totally different than this case in front of us.
Why were they watching him? If he was under surveillance for 6 months, because that 6 months is critical, right? It can only be one of those two options. If he was under surveillance, why?
Right. So you think there's a possibility they were already investigating him for something else, or?
Yeah, watching him for something.
Yeah, it'd have to be something serious, too.
What it is, yeah, exactly. What it is, like, who knows? You know, because it might have been... I mean, that by my math would kind of place him... You know, that might have been happening just before he moved to Pullman. But I can't remember off the top of my head. It's got to be pretty close to that date. But, yeah, why... I mean, you could even come out and ask Cy Ray, why were the feds watching Brian for 6 months? And he'll either say that he doesn't want to talk about it, or that he's not aware of them watching Brian for that. They were watching him. And if he's not aware of that, then that means they got 6 months from Hemisphere. You know what I mean? Like, because 6 months is critical, right? So he knows they were watching him. And if he doesn't want to talk about him being watched for 6 months, then that confirms it.
And him not being part of this tower
If he denies that happened, then that confirms that they got 6 months from Hemisphere.
So if he's
Either way, you can ask why to both, whichever answer he gives. Like, why did they need 6 months of Brian's data from Hemisphere?
So if he's not a part of this tower dump, does that mean he wasn't there? Or how does that work? What's up, Julie Lester? I lost you, RJ. I lost him. He got exiled. What's up, Amanda Walls? Good to see you. Crystal Sage Cooper's here. Good to see you as well. He doesn't want to talk about his unacceptable answer. Well, what RJ EMBREE is saying here is that I'm more worried about he's saying 3,800 Americans were illegally spied on or something. His phone was off, so he wouldn't be connected to anything. Is that where you're at, Little Otter? So he wouldn't have been part of the tower dump since his phone was off. But didn't his phone connect at some point in time? He turned it back on. So I don't know. Is this tower dump at a certain hour? What up, Sarah? Good to see you. Shay Day Lady. Call me a Mike. He'll be back. Remind me a question, because I already forgot it. I don't write my notes like RJ over there. He's got the PowerPoints. Yeah, FISA Section 705B allows FBI to grab anyone's record out the country, but this wasn't out the country, right, Sarah? So it was used on American citizens. That's a U.S. citizen. So, and Brian went to even just Canada. Yeah, but to state 3,800 people and Brian wasn't a part of that is a big... It don't matter where the fuck Brian was, right? If he's not a part of it. What RJ is saying, that what is being said there. Pav's YouTube nephew is his name. He's a fucking... Oh man, that guy cracks me up. It's given Cy and Chris didn't want to fuck up their connects and careers. I mean, but you said what you said already, Jeremiah. Yeah, that's my problem. It's like, you said what you said already. I mean... What up, Julie Lester? You still on Mowich, dude? It's almost for sure got to be him involved. It's funny. In the documents, they say, that car accident never happened. And we find that car accident pretty easy on the internet. I find that weird. It was a classic geofence tower dump, and when the phone comes back on, it's 4:48, and he was well away from the half-mile radius of the King Road. Interesting. A defendant may never see the evidence against them. Their attorney can only access classified materials if the government grants them a security clearance. I think it all kicked off after 1:30. What up, Psycho's neighbor? I seen you here. Much love to you. What up, Jules? Good to see you as well. Much love to you. Lafayette guys here. Finding BKA via the Vax Mac Wi-Fi address would be another reason for cover-up. Okay, so remember when his parents had to testify in grand jury in Pennsylvania for the girl? Maybe that's why they were following him. So he was strongly investigated for the Pennsylvania, Leslie? What up, Kim Young? Good to see you. Turkey Creek Gal's here. Susie Mack is here. Fucking Pav, man, pulled the little Pav Jr. pulled the Pav switch on me, for fuck's sakes. Mowich probably one of the 4. I mean, you can't discredit anything at this point, right? But why do you think they would cover up for Mowich? Where do you think that comes in? If Mowich did it, why are they covering him up? You think because of what exactly? Mowich was tore up, so who did it to Mowich? Oh, that's a good question, Wicca. I'm sure he didn't stab himself, right? So, BK cleared of the pencil. What's up, Senor? Was asking. When was he cleared of that, Senor? There's the PAP switch. You there, RJ?
Fuck's sake, they're trying to shut us down.
Damn, bro.
Shocking.
I'm not shocked.
Fucking shocking. I was expecting to see that the whole live stream got canned again.
I wouldn't be surprised at this point.
Oh, bro. Yeah, crazy. Where were we up to?
Fuck's sakes, I asked a great question. Kathy said I asked an important question, and I forgot it.
Oh. Must have been a good one.
Fuck's sakes, it was. They kicked you out after it. The fuck? Asked the question, bam, you got fucking zapped.
Fucking bam, booted. Don't let him answer it. Fuck.
All the good questions get silenced straight away.
Yo, fucking AG. Yo, fuck. Crack up.
I just think Mowich had ties to the Aryans. I get that, but I just don't know why they cover up for him. What's up, Coco?
Yeah, it's whack, eh? Like you could see how Hemisphere and all that would be tied into like if there's still an investigation going on, but it doesn't really make sense with the story that we've been given. You know, around Brian being the only one and all that.
Senor said they cleared Mowich to keep the case against the Aryan Knights alive. They would not let that big bus get ruined for anything. I think a quadruple murder, though, is pretty big.
Yeah, it is, but, you know, like, the feds will do that. They will prioritize the whole operation over criminal charges.
But do you think eventually they would come back, add them charges to them people? Eventually?
They could do. I mean, Bailey only got 3 years, right? So, I mean, does that buy them 3 years to take everyone else out and lay those charges? I don't know. I don't have any fucking faith in them to do the right thing, bro. After the shit that I've seen.
Well, someone said, yeah, if he's not part of the tower dump, does that mean he wasn't there? So what time is that tower dump technically at? Someone, it's a little odder, was answering questions. But, like, if he's not in the tower dump, what is that a certain time, the tower dump? Or is it the day? Or is it 6 hours,
It's
10 hours?
It's 3 to 5. It's between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m.
And BK turns his phone off at what time, allegedly?
Wow, fuck. Well, he still connects to his home tower. They lied about his home tower, so he connects to his home tower at 2:50.
Yeah, but we're saying they're saying, okay, it doesn't got to be true, but what they're saying is he turns his phone off at 2:51, 2:53 a.m. around there. The tower dumps 3 to 5. What time does his phone come back on?
His phone comes back on at 4:48. Right?
So he should be a part of the tower dump if it's 3 to 5, or he's connected to a different.
Nah, I think his phone connects to a Pullman tower when it comes back on.
So it's a whole different tower.
Yeah, that tower they requested really covers Moscow.
So still, we still don't know. So
That's a question for Ray. What tower did he connect to at 448? It's actually quite an important question, but I reckon he connected to a Pullman tower, probably his home tower or the tower he disconnected from, not the Moscow one.
all right, so we got to write that one down, chat. That's a good question for the custody queens. What tower did he connect to at 4:44 a.m.? Well, we know it's not the one, right? We know it's not the tower dump one because.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a Cellbrite report. There's one Cellbrite report in this case, right? And if BK was part of the tower dump and Pfizer was used on him, you don't need a Cellbrite report. And you wouldn't need Hemisphere. Simple as that.
But the Hemisphere program is used to cover up their tracks from what they have already done, right? Is what you were saying?
For Brian, yep. Yep, for Brian. It's used for everything towards Brian. And the reason why I'm pretty strong on Hemisphere is like when it comes to criminal cases, like whether it was used legally or illegally, like one of the things that pertains to criminal cases with Pfizer involvement is secrecy and a gag order. Fuck, imagine that.
Little Otter said his phone did not ping his apartment size states. Damn. We got that echo again. Fuck's sakes. Echo. Alright, seems like I got it away. So I thought the 247. So wasn't Ray saying something about the 247 should have been eliminated because he pinged again at 250?
Yep. On a different tower. So they lied about what his home tower is, because his home tower is the 250 connection. Right, they're trying to say that his home tower he disconnected from is that 247, but it's not.
But it's not,
and it should have been eliminated. Yeah, it should have been eliminated because there's another connection at 250.
True,
but they don't want to place Brian. They don't want to place Brian at his apartment at 250. They want to place him on the road heading towards Moscow.
Is that because he's caught on surveillance cam allegedly at this certain time?
Well, a car is.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's him. Really, I'm not saying it's him. I'm just saying their story.
Yeah.
Their story is.
They're trying to place Brian with the cars.
Right.
Basically, instead of placing him at his apartment where he should be.
Truth Sleuth says Ray was there, says he's guilty. Turvey was there, but Turvey's saying there's no evidence. And Whitcomb has a son living in Idaho, for fuck's sakes. With the fog lights. It's because the car they need to be Brian is on camera. So would that phone ping
exactly
technically not
exactly you got it right? They need to associate Brian with the car. The only way to do that is to eliminate the 250 connection.
I thought they were trying to eliminate the 247 connect. Oh, okay. So they want to eliminate the 250 and use the 247.
Yep.
This other white car's plan is then to ride around to make it look. Oh, that's possible too.
The 250 connection is not going to place Brian on the road, right? It's not going to line him up with any vehicles.
Shout out Lorlar for the donation. Yeah, Lorlar, I'm beat today. I got my ass whooped today. I'm just tired. But make sure you guys thank Lorlar in the chat. If a Stingray was being used, it could have performed a jamming attack, denial of service. I don't know what that's about for the house.
Yeah, if they're not set up correctly, they can block emergency calls if they're not set up correctly. That's one of the that's one of the things they can do if they're not installed and set up how they should be.
Interesting.
Whether one was used or not, I mean, I can't comment on it because I can't say for certain. You know, but I mean, I don't see why you'd need a Stingray if you're using Pfizer and Hemisphere, but they could have had a Stingray on the house, right, on 1122. That is possible.
Right.
Because, I mean, that place is under surveillance. Fucking hell. Even Steve G said it was under surveillance.
That's a weird comment to make, don't you think?
Yeah, well, yeah, yes and no.
I mean, to be under surveillance technically means you have an open investigation, I would assume.
I would say so, yeah.
Because you don't just surveil every random house for the fun of it, you know?
Well, he did make a comment early on about how at least Kaylee wouldn't have to testify.
Oh, yeah. He said a lot of stupid shit.
Yeah, no, so
Yeah,
what was she supposed to testify on? It kind of...
Yeah, that's pretty crazy to say.
But, I mean, I don't expect Cy Ray to answer that question.
What other question you got for him?
Well,
Talk to me.
probably just mostly around the conduct of, like, the feds and why they would go about it this way. Because if there was, like, another investigation going on, I don't think he would come out and testify the way he did.
Oh, shit. What about this? Murdoch Analysis says this. The Stingray causes every cell phone in the area to connect to its tower because the Stingray creates a fake tower.
Yeah, it does. It intercepts everything because it basically is a cell tower simulator kind of thing, and everything in the general area will pass through the Stingray and then go to the tower. So it's just like an interception device.
That's interesting.
And that's how they get everything, because it's forced to divert and go through the Stingray before it goes to the normal tower.
So is there a chance the Stingray has nothing to do with this case, but not say that, but technically for this house, but there was one set up, and since that was set up, it went through it?
Yeah, it's possible.
You know, you could say they had it open, whatever, they were using the Stingray, but it wasn't technically for this, but since it was around the area, they were going through it regardless.
Yeah, you could definitely say that there was a Stingray in the area that has, like, kind of, you know, for another case, something else that has nothing to do with this. I'd say that's probably quite possible.
Shit. Would that be considered another cell tower if they had to? Like the third one you said Ashley brings up? Could it be the Stingray as the tower, or would they not identify it as that?
That's a good point. Good point. I would say that because they're trying to hide one in the drive testing, I would say that it's actually a physical cell tower.
Someone said, yeah, Stingrays only intercept, manta rays transmit and receive. Interesting.
I would say that they're definitely trying to hide a cell tower for some reason, and that's either, you know, that's probably because there's probably a lot more connections than they've been forefront about. And if Parv's theory is right, and that they've done all of their drive testing and they've only told the connections they want to try and somehow connect Brian to Mowich, You know, like it depends on how many connections and stuff are hidden. Because if there's a lot hidden, then Brian's obviously not connected to Malwich, and he's not what they're trying to insinuate. But as Ray said, like the data doesn't represent what it claims to represent.
What does that mean? That's a broad statement. So what does that technically mean? What is he saying there?
Well, he's just saying that the state's story, it's not. That's not what the data says.
So they're lying. I mean.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah.
So you don't say.
Yeah,
The fuck. Someone said they can't stand the rummaging and the fucking.
About this.
What are you doing over there? A fucking mission over there? What are you rambling through over there?
That's fucking absolutely, like, the weather's pretty fucked here, actually. Like, it's pretty bad. It is passing down.
What do you got, hail?
Nah, just a lot of water.
Water.
Yeah, it's been raining all day. It's pretty hectic.
Shout out Bad Bunny. Thanks for the donation. Much appreciated. Bad Money, we appreciate you. Make sure you thank Bunny Murphy in the chat. Much love to you.
Thanks, Bunny.
A little Bad Bunny over there. I looked it up in the registry. It doesn't have a beacon on it, and it's not in the registry or on the map, but yet it exists and is up and running. What are you talking about, K. Garrett? They're using it as a hub to track everyone. Law enforcement uses it to legally obtain information on people. Are you talking about the Stingray? Malwich was wandering Lewiston November 15th. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
They're trying to connect BK to Malwich's house.
Why?
That's, well, if he's a suspect.
But they couldn't because he'd be a suspect, right?
I don't know. If Malwich is a suspect, then there's obviously they're trying to connect BK to him with some sort of involvement, either before or after. But I mean, like in Idaho, right? If BK was the driver, he can still get the same charge, right? You still charge him with murder, even if you're just the driver that took the guy there. But
yeah, you'd be
that doesn't make
to murder.
sense with the story. It doesn't make sense with the story that we've been given. How Brian's the only perpetrator. Like they would just, if they could connect him as the driver, they would come out and say Brian's the driver, and we're charging him with the same offense. Right.
Or you could say it was him and Malwich and fucking get on with your day. Malwich is dead.
Exactly. It'd be easy as Malwich is fucking dead. I mean, they could probably even say that Brian killed Malwich and they had another murder charge. You know.
Shout out Mac P. Thank you for that donation, Mac P. We appreciate you. Make sure you thank Mac P in the chat. That's what I'm saying. Why protect Malwich and not Brian? If Brian is connected to the same group, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I know what you mean. There's a lot of unanswered questions. Like that's the problem when like the information is gathered in such a manner, right? Mm-hmm. It's gathered in such a way that it violates so many people's constitutional rights that it can never, they can never come out and say it to the public. I mean, like another question for Cy Ray is there data to 100% prove that Brian is connected to this crime? And was it obtained in such a way that it can't be released to the public?
Fuck, where's Big Amish when we need him?
Because that's one way to confirm, whether Brian was actually involved. Like, I mean, there's sort of evidence to support yes and no, like both sides of it. I mean, it more looks like he was set up, like they've tried to connect him, failed, so they've done the they can to make it look like he's connected.
Yeah, but why not pin it on the other people involved if you're trying to, like, you know, like you said, he's the driver, so fucking say...
Exactly. It doesn't make sense with the story that we've been given.
Right.
So, yeah, I've sort of... I haven't done all the questions for Cyray yet. I've definitely got the door open, the opening that you need, like a few questions for him that it'll be very interesting to see how he answers, because we sort of already know the answers because he put them in his testimony, you know?
Right,
like asking him, how did Maori make the map without the tower list? Because it's impossible to do.
Why do you think...
Interesting to say...
Go ahead.
It'd be interesting to ask him that question and see what he says, because if he mentions anything about Maori's map having anything to do with the FBI cast report, anything like that, he automatically opens the door for you to start talking about Hemisphere and Pfizer and all that, right? Because he has to say that Maori's sources didn't come from the warrants. And as soon as he does that, he opens the door for someone to start talking about those programs, because, you know, like, where did it come from?
Right.
So, yeah, it's almost like this shit has almost given me more questions than I fucking had before, but, like, it needs to, even if he doesn't want to talk about it, you know, and he won't answer and shit, the questions still need to be asked, because it exposes the fact that we know. And just having it exposed that all of us know about this shit and know that it's happened is just as damaging as him confirming the whole lot. Because I've worded the questions like they're worded in a specific way that basically is, you know, basically it's going to give him a heads up that we know something's not right, and then we just get that opening, whether he gives it to us or you get through the questions, to start talking about the shit.
We got to give a shout out to Blue Rain. Thank you for the donation. Much love to you. Shout out Blue Rain. What up, Bootsy? Bootsy said the court should never have required an alibi. That alone is a violation of his rights, constitutional rights.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have to give an alibi. He can just say nothing.
Jamelia says they know we know. In my opinion, they don't give a fuck, but I guess it will be good to be said. Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, and that's probably true. I probably agree with that. That's true. They probably do know that we know and they don't give a fuck, but at least just, like, having it said, like, vocally, you know, in an interview, just like, physically, you know, saying it to him and having it out there that it's, like, clear that we know is better than us just sitting on information and not saying anything about it.
Yeah, we still get called conspiracy theorists like Cyray did, but he obviously was bringing the deets. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Yep. So if he's a
that's it.
Why does Hitler call him a conspiracy theorist? What triggered that? Is it just a broad statement, or was it a specific thing he said that it made him call him a conspiracy theorist?
I think it comes down to that this shit can't come out to the public, right? The public cannot know about the use of these fucking surveillance weapons against the public. And, you know, Cyray made it so kind of blatantly clear that Hitler has kind of no other choice but to call him a conspiracy theorist to make him sound crazy.
Yeah, but I was always wondering. I mean, yeah, you're right. He's stating, if he's stating they use his tools, I mean, for fuck's sakes.
I mean, like, it's, you know, to your average person of the public, you know, that doesn't know the things we know, you go and tell them that the government has access to every single thing inside your phone whenever they want it. It doesn't matter if you change your phone number or your email address. You know, these programs are powerful enough to connect you via pattern recognition. And they can even show relationships, you know, like, it's going to sound like a conspiracy theory.
I mean, yeah, we know they got that power, that's for sure.
Yeah, we know, but, you know, the average American probably doesn't. And, I mean, like, I can kind of... it's the only fucking thing I will give Hitler leeway on, is that it did... the Fed's actions did put him in a fucking bit of a spot, right? Because this shit can't come out to the public, so Hitler can't turn around and just throw the charges out. He should, because it just, like, this just can't be known to the general public, and I'm just over it. I'm like, fuck that. Let's make it known to the general public, and Psy-Ray's the only way we can do that. And now the powers that be, or whoever's running this fucking psyop, has decided that he should give an interview. And I'm like, well, sweet. I'm going to fuck that up. Because he's the only one with the credibility that can really confirm any of this, like, answer the questions about it. I mean, if you ever got an interview with Ann Taylor, she would probably say, yes, this is what happened. But she's a lawyer, not a cellular data expert. So at the end of the day, like, this is your one shot. He's the only one to do it that's involved in this case. He's got the credibility of, you know, his credibility, which is massive. So, like, this is literally the only opportunity.
Oh man, I fucked up. Oh, there we go. I'm back. Yeah, well, I wouldn't even interview Ann Taylor. She probably can't say fuck a fuck at this point. She didn't go hard enough for you, Jermelia? To who, Ann Taylor? So, like, let's say, what if Psy-Ray does come out as Brian's guilty, Brian's guilty, Brian's guilty? How does that help the case of anything?
Well, I mean, I don't really know. I don't know if we can speak on... I don't know if CSI should even be speaking on Brian's guilt, unless we ask that question, is there data or information to 100% prove that he's involved with the crime?
That's what I'm saying. It's like... Oh, man, we got this lag. Echo. Maybe that's better. Fuck, I forgot what I was going to say.
So, like, yeah, whether he believes Brian's guilty or not doesn't really matter too much. I mean, we can confirm whether Brian was involved or not just by asking, you know, whether the information around Brian's guilt, how it was obtained.
Yeah, like I was trying to say. Damn it. I got that echo.
I'm just going to try something. Hold on.
I'll try something too. Fuck, I reboot. Yo. Yeah, bro, it's pissing over there, huh? What up, Dave? What up, Dave? Sound like the world's ending by you, RJ.
Is that better?
I don't know. But what I was saying is that, like, you got Ray debunking their whole shit, their whole narrative. So how does he come to the conclusion that they were wrong with their investigation, but then Ray thinks he's guilty? What did Ray see, or what does Ray think they should have done if they still got to the right person? You know what I'm saying? Like, Ray questions their investigation.
I like the first part of your question.
Go ahead, talk to me.
You know, I like the first part of your question. What did Ray see? Right? Because he said on the 30th of fucking March 2024 that everything he's seen is exculpatory. So how can it all be exculpatory, right? And their investigation be all wrong if Brian's guilty?
Yeah, that's where I scratch my head. That's where it gives me a head scratcher. Like, okay, like even like we're stating. Yeah, that's what confuses me. I'm like, okay, they made some mistakes, right? But they still got the guy, and if you believe that as well, like, I don't understand. You're just critiquing their work at this point. I don't know.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm with you, bro. I don't fucking get it either. Like, I mean, what changed? What changed? How can all this shit be exculpatory, right? Because you can turn it around and play it on him. You know, the claims are never going to be supported by the data, and use all his own words. I mean, that could be related to just down, like, to what time Brian left home. It could be as simple as that.
What, the exculpatory evidence?
Yeah, and the claims, right? They might. That's what it could. It could be quite narrow.
Right. So their claims could be exculpatory because they're just not right. But that doesn't technically mean he didn't do it. Yeah. It just means he's got exculpatory because their claims are wrong.
Yeah. It just means maybe the data and shit is exculpatory to Brian because it's not correct. Doesn't mean he wasn't involved somehow.
Right. So it doesn't mean he wasn't the killer, but you guys still fucked the investigation up so bad he could walk if he actually did it. In the sense of using that
that's
word.
What it sounds like, bro.
Well, yeah, that's how I'm getting at it too. I mean, how do you come to the conclusion that there's exculpatory evidence, but you still think he's guilty? And I don't know that. He could say it for himself, what he believes, right? But I'm just stating what other people have said, right? That.
Yeah, well, that's what he says on the preview for his book and shit. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of like, fuck, if he wants to come out here and play games, then I'm going to play games too, and I'm going to blow some shit up. But, like, yeah, it's...
Right.
Fuck, I forgot what I was going to say. But, yeah, like, that's it, basically. Like, everything you saw was exculpatory. So what is inculpatory?
Right, that's a great question. Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Because, like, the data, like, nothing lines up, okay? And if he is dead set on Brian being the killer, then, like, you ask him how, you know, you start getting fucking with some stupid questions. Be like, oh, well, how did Brian's Elantra fucking morph into two different cars? And how did he get a K-bar knife that has 4 different fucking blades on it?
Fuck's sakes.
You know, like, that's... You're just combating him with facts then, but, like, it's just worded in a way that he can't say that Brian's the only killer. And even if he does come out and say, oh, well, Brian was part of a team of killers, you just turn around and be like, well, that's not what we've been told.
Right.
Brian's the guy. He's the only one. Like, you know, like
Yeah, he's a solo killer, right? I mean, that's the story. He's solo.
there's no one else involved. It's just him, a crazy incel.
And you would think
With
that if
one
they
knife.
had information on him being connected to other people, that they would fucking, why not bring it to the light? I really don't want to hear about covering up for another fucking investigation. I mean, murder is like
Or maybe
top tier.
it could
It's the
come down
top.
to maybe that information was obtained in such a way that they can't tell us about it. Because it's such a, maybe they obtained that information through violating thousands of people's rights, just like they did with the DNA.
I mean, but they still got Brian from that same shit, right? I mean, or no, you're saying since he wasn't part of the tower dump, that he wasn't gotten
Yeah,
that
how
way?
does Brian factor into all this in the first place? Is it because they needed someone with a fucking white Elantra, and
And the other 3,800
You know,
people
but
ain't
that
have a
doesn't
white
explain-
Elantra?
well,
I mean-
maybe not some that. Well, yeah, I mean, there's someone on King Road with a fucking 2013 white Elantra, like fucking, you know, 2 doors down from Queen Road.
Right.
So, how does Brian factor in? How do they get from Pfizer on 3,800 people to using Hemisphere on Brian?
Yeah, it's all fucking interesting to me, bro. like, you know.
Yeah, bro, these are the questions that need to be asked because he's literally the only fucking guy that can answer them. And, you know, if he's given the green light that we can ask about anything, well, fuck, we're going to have to ask about some shit, get some real answers.
Yeah, hopefully he answers these questions that we have, you know.
Well, even if he doesn't, you know, if he says he doesn't want to talk, like if he says no comment or says he doesn't want to talk about that, you can just confirm it as a yes that that's what happened.
Well, because then they would make it true. Because even if you don't want to talk about it, you're just stating it's true anyway. So, I mean,
Yeah,
or
well,
you could just say no,
basically,
it's not true. I'd rather hear. I'm not saying I'd rather hear, but you would have to say, well, that's not true. Other than, I'd rather not talk about it.
He's either going to deny, right? He's either going to deny that these surveillance weapons were involved, or he's going to not talk about it. And even if he doesn't want to talk about it, it's valuable to us because it confirms that's exactly what happened. Like, yeah, this interview is pretty it's pretty fucking valuable, you know, because
Yeah, it's still far out, man.
We can
We
either
got like
get some
20
answers.
days. What's that?
we can get some answers or we can get some confirmation on things. Either way, like, you know,
Yeah.
answers would be better than confirmation, but confirmation on some of this shit is still a good thing.
He could only answer what's been unsealed, Coco says.
Yeah, but he talks about all this at a public hearing.
Right.
Right, this is a public hearing. His testimony was public. You know, his affidavit is unsealed. The testimony is public, where he's talking about how Maori couldn't have done this without a tower map, and the tower list wasn't in the reports. And you know, I can worded the questions in such a way that they just lead, like the questions just lead to him having to answer with Hemisphere. You know, like using his public statements.
Yeah, and that's what basically RJ's been doing his research on, the public statements he's made in these hearings. Correct?
Well, yeah. Well, that's what we've got, and I think we've got to use it. I mean, we could talk to him all day about tower connections and his history and all that sort of shit, but like, You know, he's saying a lot. He's saying a lot more in these hearings without using the words. You know, I mean, his affidavit around Brian's timing advance reports, it pretty much says that Hemisphere was used against Brian by the FBI to get his timing advance reports without using the word Hemisphere. But he does name the guy that runs it.
Is that guy associated with anything else, or is he specifically connected to that Hemisphere program? Because,
yeah, he's the AT&T contact.
Did Cyray bring up Hemisphere?
No, he didn't say the word, but Anne did refer to a program being used, and that she had asked the state if it was used, and they denied it, of course. But when there's literally no other, there's literally no other path. There's no other way.
Right.
So they can deny it all they like, and it's not just a conspiracy theorist for no reason.
So you think that's why he is a conspiracy theorist, because he was kind of insinuating they used that program?
Yeah, and that shit can't get out to the public.
Well, don't you think he should get it out to the public if he knows that's a true statement and not a conspiracy statement? I mean, you would think he would have. I mean, logical.
And that's exactly what we're going to do. That's exactly what I want to do. Is fucking get this shit out there and at least get it knowing that we know.
We're going to get the questions asked too, Chad. I promise you. We're going to get these. I got RJ rating these up, the deets up. We're getting these questions asked. That's for sure.
I mean, it's kind of depending on how he answers, because his answers are going to be limited, but, well, I think they're going to be fairly limited by the way I word the questions. But, I mean, the guy's fucking, he's the Godfather, so he could say some things that I may not be aware of, which is possible, but depending on his answers is going to depend on what the next question's going to be. I might have to map it out completely and you basically go through a flowchart of how he answers as to what you ask and shit.
Shit, you might have to map it out in real time.
Well, yeah, possibly. That's probably the easiest way.
I think the interview is July 16th. I'm not too sure on the date. It's mid-July. 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th. You can check their page, the Custom Queens.
We're only 3 weeks out, so the Queens need to get, kind of on board, up to speed with it. And
I'm sure they're listening in the background or will listen. So, Outkast, you be on the panel? No, I don't belong on the panel. So, Critic Rick, no, I don't belong on these panels. Chris Wickham was good. I went on that panel. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man. I'm not going on that panel, bro. I'm gonna throw RJ EMBREE on it. It's the 16th, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Custy Queen Kristen is in the house. She's writing notes over there. We're going to get these questions asked. Where did Moscow come up with $1 million to buy a Stingray? That's a great question.
They probably got it from Idaho State Police.
They got it from you, your taxpayer dollars. That's who fucking paid for it. The fuck you think, dude?
Fucking yeah. Yeah, straight to the governor. We need some money.
For fuck's sakes. Where'd they get it from? It's your fucking money. That's where they got it from. Nah, but we're lining up some EMBREE questions, so, that's why I put this little show together, because I think Embree's a little smart man here. He made a video. We got him making videos now. He's going to keep uploading, when he has time. And, we get this information out there, and we want the important questions asked. And that's all we could ask. If he doesn't want to give us answers, it's up to him. But that's where we stand. We just want to get some of these questions asked, and that's it. That's all we could do, is ask questions, right?
Pretty much. And all of this shit was done way back in the beginning. Like the tower dump was it was like the 14th or 15th. I can't remember which one it was. But all this shit is from way back. So there's probably a lot of people in our community that don't even know about this shit. It just needs to get out. He needs to be asked about it because he knows all about it. I mean, the Pfizer, the database that at the NSA that Pfizer accesses, the 702 database, Cyray built the fucking thing.
So Cyray's the last person they wanted to be questioning them.
Exactly, bro. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and that's exactly what's going to happen.
He's just confusing me, and what makes me scratch my head is that, these guys were dirty. He's basically calling them out for being dirty. But then you come to the same conclusion as them, is that he's fucking guilty, and I'm just lost. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me too, bro. Me too.
And I don't even care if he's guilty at this point. It's almost like if they, violated his constitutional rights, you can't do that. I mean, we got to have some type of fucking rights here.
Yeah, he walks, man. But the public outrage, if it turns out that they violated another 3,800 people's fucking privacy and rights and shit around it,
I mean, that's 3,800 lawsuits for big ass money. That could hurt the fucking shit by itself.
Big money. And you know how lawsuits in fucking Idaho go down, big money.
Shit. I don't know, you're suing the FBI at this point, right? Or you're suing Moscow. I mean, who committed the crime? Yeah. Who committed the crime at this point? I mean, it seems like the FBI did. Right.
The federal government. Yeah. I mean, it's not really a reach to say that this could happen because in between 2013 and 2024, Pfizer was illegally used by the FBI nearly 250,000 times. 240,000 times the FBI illegally used it.
For fuck's sakes.
Right, so I reckon I know where fucking 3,800 of those times came from. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Well, where'd you get that number of 240,000? You read that somewhere?
Congress.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, there was a big hearing in front of Congress about this shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy.
So, yeah, it's just I'm just fucking over it, bro. I'm over fucking. We got these cunts connected to intelligence agencies coming in here and trying to blow the whistle on shit, but not really giving us the goods, and then also giving us shit that we know is not true, like trying to say that two vehicles are actually the same vehicle, so that, yeah, sure, they've given us some good stuff, but I just feel like we're getting fucking played, bro. I'm over it, and I'm gonna fuck their shit up.
Yeah, and I think the hard questions should be asked here. That's what I truly believe here.
Yeah, man. I mean, he's saying it. He's saying it in his affidavits and in his testimony. He's already saying it. So we should need to ask some questions about it. That's it, really.
Yeah. You're basically using his own words against him. You're not making shit up. It's just,
Yeah.
You said.
I mean, before the Queens ask my questions, they can say, let's talk about some conspiracy theories.
Jeff H. How long before you think you get to interview Brian Koberger on your channel? I don't think Brian Koberger is going to be interviewed with anyone, but I don't want to interview BK. I want to take him to the club and pop bottles when he gets fucking free.
Yeah.
I'll live stream with
Get
me
him
and
from-
him in fucking Miami. We'll be in fucking popping bottles. That's going to be my interview. We're going to
Throwing
show up
notes
at your
at
house,
fucking-
Jeff H. We're going to fucking show up at your house, popping them bottles of Moe.
While RJ lights it on fire.
Fuck yeah. But that would be awesome if someone did interview him, and that's another red flag. Why hasn't CNN, MSNBC, or whatever, Fox News, fucking Banfield, you name it? Why haven't he interviewed with anybody? Is a good question.
Well, probably because they've all been told that this shit can't come out.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
It just looks like that they're doing everything possible to not let this information out, and then they've gone and somewhere in their brains decided that we should interview the guy that's got all the information, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, I think it's all gonna come to light. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but I think know.
It's only gonna take about 3 hours, mate. Don't worry about that.
All right, mankind. Have a good night. Glad you could make it here. Take care, big dog. What up, Trey Hawker? Good to see you. Jeff H said Brian uses I bet you Brian uses a K-bar to pop. Oh yeah, we're using K-bars to pop bottles, man, for sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You know, for sure. I mean, how
The
else
next
would you
model
open a
K-bar that's
bottle?
coming out has a bottle opener on it.
Jesus, Bootsy. Oh my God! I bet you use a K-bar to please yourself at night, Jeff H. Jesus Christ. Shots fired. Pooja Lamachima, good to see you.
Uses a fucking K-bar to cut his steak, for fuck's sake.
They said Jeff H was the guy
Every
at the
night
hospital.
the drawer in his house is a K-bar.
Fuck's sakes. That's crazy. What's up, Rachel? There, the ice wall. Good to see Rochelle. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm doing good. We're doing here. RJ's
But yeah, I
stuck
don't
in
have
a.
all the answers, bro, but I know someone who does,
Yeah, you know we don't have the answers, but we got the questions.
and I
that's
think
what
he
we're
needs
here
to
for.
start giving them out.
What's up, Wonders Deep? Yeah, like I said, we got the questions. He supposedly got the answers. He better not.
I mean, even if he just gets asked, you know, is there information to say that Brian is 100% connected to the crime? And if he says yes, well, then you just...
I mean, yeah. I lost him. There he goes. The Fed switch. Hit Pav Jr. with the Fed switch, for fuck's sakes. I just heard a toddler in the background. Now, well, that's not my kid. He's sleeping, so hopefully you didn't hear his ass, or he's in trouble. What's up, Cha-Cha girl? Good to see you. Michelle's here. Good to see you. Hello, peeps. Much love from the L in Washington. Good to see you. Much love to you. Catherine Carpenter sliding in late as usual. What's up, folks? We're just having a nice conversation here with RJ EMBREE. Speaking about things on this case. What's up, Dave DeWhite? It's been here for a while. Good to see you. Much love to you. Wonders Deep's here. If I missed you, let me know. You know, chat goes a little bit fast. A Clown for Days is here. Good to see you, Clown. Much love to you. Yeah, if I missed you. If you guys got questions, ask them in the chat, and I will throw them, or we'll talk about them if we do get a chance. Yeah, we don't want the interview terminated. What the queens need to ask is about predicate laundering and parallel construction. That's a note. That's a note. What's your question, Pooja Lama Chima? Talk to me. Yo.
Yo, fucking hell. Right, 3 strikes, bro. The 3rd strike, they're gonna nick my channel.
You know it's gonna come. You know it's gonna come, and they're gonna blame it on a kick link. For fuck's sake. Oh, fuck. How many people have lost their path? Everyone's lost their path, Sick Pooja Lama Chima. Everyone. I had to do a little security. Ask RJ if this is a government test. Do you think this is a government test? What do you mean? Like a PSYOP, Meg P? Like, what do you think?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Me's involved in the sire.
The fucking Gem P. Fed P.
I think...
I don't think so.
Know,
I think it's a cover-up. I think with, if
yeah.
you look at RJ's video and he's telling you, like, listen, man, it's looking like they illegally got to this guy and they need to cover their fucking trails. So more of a PSYOP, it's more of a cover-up. And that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? It's just my opinion that they didn't get to this guy the right way or do it by the books, if that's, What do you think, RJ?
Oh, bro, I think 2 things can be true, bro. 2 things can be true. It's definitely a cover-up, and they might just be running a couple of little psyops in the background.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, I think the overall, though, is it looks like we have a cover-up. Yes, the psyops could be everything. I mean, you got the news pushing the narratives. That's a psyop,
Yeah.
They're pushing,
Yeah.
So.
Exactly.
But the psyops to cover the cover-up, in just my plain opinion.
Well, you just see how many people run with it. They'll do it just to document how many people believe it.
Yeah, we know there's retards out there. I mean, for fuck's sakes, they'll believe anything,
Yeah, but that's fucking 98% of the fucking world population.
Yeah.
So, what doesn't make sense is why they would risk, like, why would Cy Ray be getting interviewed now? Because it's a risk. They're taking a fucking risk, and it hasn't worked out for them, right? There's a risk that someone might ask some questions about some shit that can't come out, and so it gets out.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't. It kind of I can't make sense of why they would take that risk and get Cy to do an interview.
Right. What's up, True Crime Unleashed? Don't take it personal, baby. You'll be okay. Everything will be alright. Much love to you. Okay, no, nothing happened. Just I didn't realize that you standard mods have a little bit more power than you fucking should have. So we gotta remove that. You guys got the power more than the chat, so that's gotta be removed. Maybe as the future goes on, I'll give a couple out here, but if I give everyone them, I don't know who the fuck they are, and they could do some shit to my page, so we're gonna remove that for now. Much love to you. What's up, King Christopher? Good to see you. What's up, Angelica Bot? Good to see you.
Yeah, so I'm going to make another video. I'm going to put a few things together and go over some information and do some math and shit about Pfizer and how I can basically prove it was used through no other means of this happening in the time period.
I mean,
I think that's probably as close as we can get unless he actually admits that it was part of it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see what he has to say. If he sticks to his script, if they got a little script they gotta go, I'm sure he's, I mean, I'm sure he watched Chris Whitcomb get beat the fuck up. So I'm sure he doesn't want to go that route, His book comes out any day, don't it?
You know, he's very well respected, and a lot of people in this community, you know, respect him and value his opinion. And I do as well. That's why I want his opinion on this shit.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, I agree. He's been, well, people, you know, it's kind of like it came out of left field that he's, you know, people are stating he thinks Brian's guilty. And, you know, this whole time I've been here, Cy Ray's been looked at as fucking Jesus Christ. So it kind of throws me off a little bit, you know.
Well, I'm sure Kristen's really gonna, like, you know, not let him off easy on that. I'm pretty sure Kristen's gonna grill him on that.
Yeah, I mean, she should. She should. I mean,
yeah.
Make sure you guys follow RJ. He's gonna be dropping content. He just released a video. If you missed it, the video I played in the beginning of the show, he's got it posted on his page. He's only got 76 subs, and if we don't get it to 100 before this night's over, I'm probably gonna quit. And this will be my last show.
I only had 17 this morning.
No, Pac-Man Jr., let me get this.
Yeah, get subscribed before the channel gets nuked, you know? You don't want to miss out.
Yeah. He literally said, what are you talking about, Jamelia? He literally said, I know the people that did this, and there's stuff that isn't right and stuff missing, so either throw the people on the bus, or what is it? Are you talking about Cy Ray said that personally? Interesting.
Yeah, well, Cy's kind of saying that, you know, he's saying two things which are kind of opposite. He's saying that, you know, the way they went about this investigation is, you know, it's all wrong, and there has been some bad conduct. But then on the other side of it, he's saying that it was a systematic failure. Well, it's either one of the two. You know, like it's either the system or it's the fucking people using it.
Oh, he said that on the stand. Interesting. Cy's affidavit suggests he knew something was wrong with the investigation. Well, that's what we were kind of going over, and that's why we're scratching our heads here. Did he know the exculpatory evidence was they fucked up the investigation? But are you telling me even though they fucked this investigation up, created exculpatory evidence, the man's still guilty? That's where I'm stuck. Like, okay, who gives a fuck then if they got the right guy? I mean, okay. But then again, I guess since they did it wrong, that means that a convicted murderer could actually get off on technicalities. So Cy Ray will kind of be right in a way, you know, right? Like, oh.
That's too bad. You know, that means that they've got to do it properly.
Right.
You know, if BK's guilty, right, and they've used these fucking surveillance weapons against the American public illegally, I want them out.
Right. No,
because
I agree.
They shouldn't be doing that. So, but one thing I do want to know is, how did he get involved, right? I know why he got involved. He said he's going to defend the investigative process, right? So that kind of points to me that someone might have tipped him off, or he's seen something that basically tells him what's gone on, and he's gotten involved. Like, did Anne? So he needs to be asked whether Anne hired him or whether he volunteered his services, because he did do it for free, right?
So you think Cy Ray knew from the outside, either looking in or he was tipped, that, hey, man, this investigation's fucked?
It looks that way. And he says that he knew he couldn't charge any money, so it looks like he's volunteered.
Force says if he's guilty, he's not going anywhere. Well, you know, from my perspective and speculation, from things I've heard in the air, this is far from over, right? And I've heard that be said from somewhat important people here, right? That this is far from over. So
he even said that it's far from over with his involvement.
Yeah, but it's crazy. Like,
Yeah, it's all
You're coming out
yeah.
saying he's guilty. What the fuck is your... So what are you going to do, Ray? Fucking say he's guilty and then say, well, you know what? He's guilty, but they fucked up the investigation. Let him free. Like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah, well, that's it. That's what's supposed to happen. If you breached his rights or any, like, yeah, I don't even think they give a fuck about breaching his rights. But, I mean, if they've breached thousands of other Americans' rights by doing what they did, like, that's probably the real sensitive shit they don't want out. But, like, if they breached any one of his rights, like, he needs to either go free or the conviction needs to get thrown out, the plea gets thrown out, like...
I mean, we're not even talking chain of custody on the knife sheath at this point. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
I mean...
Fuck chain of custody.
Jesus.
That's down the lower end of the issue here.
Well, according to this, yeah. I mean, they're breaking laws here. I mean...
Yeah, you're violating 3,800 Americans' privacy, like rights to privacy, their constitutional right to privacy, and just invading their fucking cell phones.
Yeah.
You know, like it's almost obvious in a way, right? Because there's one Cellbrite report in this case, and that's for Brian. So there's no Cellbrites for anyone else. Not Dylan, not Bethany, not Hunter Johnson, fucking nobody. And the state said that the Cellbrite wasn't available to them locally, right? So that, you know, everything the state denies doing has come from the feds. I mean, and how did they get all the contents of, right, people's text messages, right? This is sort of something I was going to put in the next video. Like, how do we have all of Dylan and Bethany's text messages and fucking, you know, communications between people? There's no Cellbrites. So where did the text messages come from?
So you're telling me if they downloaded their phone, it should create a Cellbrite? Is that what you're saying?
Well, Cellbrite's a software. It's a program used for downloading. Like it's one of the fucking more commonly used and better ones. But if you've just Pfizered 3,800 people illegally and taken fucking everything from every single one of them, you don't need a Cellbrite. A Cellbrite is going to tell you less than Pfizer does, and there's only one Cellbrite in the case. So where did all these text messages come from? How do we know that Dylan's telling Bethany that she's screwed? And
well, we would say that you know, they got the phone, so
it's all come from the tower dump, right? If it takes half a day or more to analyze the first warrant that you do on a phone for just the location data, let alone the fucking, like, downloading it, takes half a day or more. How long is it going to take for the FBI to download all these phones? I mean, there's no point in using Pfizer for 3,800 people unless you're going to get all 3,800, you know, pieces of information.
oh well, they most likely got all of it. I mean,
Exactly. I mean, how long is it going to take these guys to get to go about it legally and get the information from the geo and all the downloading and everything for 3,800 phones? And I bet you the answer is fucking months. Even if you had multiple agents doing it, it's going to take months.
but then again, we go back. He's not even in the tower dump, so I mean, it's all for nothing at that point, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, yes and no. We don't know. We imagine the shit they got out of that tower dump, man, using Pfizer. Imagine the shit they know.
Oh fuck, they got everything.
Yeah, exactly.
But it still holds the fact. It still holds the fact that they didn't get him from it. So
Yeah.
How did they get the Brian?
Yeah, where did Brian's name come from? When did you first hear of Brian's name? You know, like, fuck. I reckon there's a good chance it was probably 6 months before this when they started watching him for some fucking reason.
Oh, shit. No, someone said no, it didn't come from the dump. They downloaded it all directly from the phones. They didn't do the Tell 3000 phones. About the Dylan and Bethany.
Yeah, there's downloads and shit. There is downloads because that's how we know that Dylan was, you know, taking photos and editing fucking videos and photos and that sort of shit. That's what the downloads will tell them.
But it wouldn't tell the text messages?
I fucking highly doubt it, man. Not from what I'm looking into. That's like you can get like logs. You know, they've probably got the logs, but to get to the actual like content of the text messages and like some of the information that they have, and to do it all in that space of time, because like I said, it's pointless doing it against 3,600 people when you've got 3,800. It's because something could be in that other 200 that you desperately need and you might miss it. So you've got to do the whole lot.
Jennifer said, off topic, Outkast, but I have a question. What do you think about the 1231-ish flashlight guy on Linda Lane? Off topic. I think it's sus. It's sus. I've seen them before. Is it just one guy or is it multiple? I haven't watched that part in a long time. But I think it's sus. For sure. And does that, you know, you got to look at 1112 as well as you're watching Little Lane as well. Because I think there's stuff going on over at 1112 at the same time frame. I think kids are getting picked up in the truck or dropped off at 1 or 2. Good question. I don't know. I think it's suspect. For sure.
Yeah, everyone's fucking suspect. That's probably why they went and Pfizer the tower dump, because everyone's a fucking suspect.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I don't know. You know.
I mean, if you sort of think about it, what did Joe Lake say to Peter in that interview recently, right? At the start, he said, oh, we've interviewed thousands of people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what are we gonna? How many fucking interviews have we got through FOIAs and shit in this community? What, 40?
Yeah, I'd say 40
max.
Right?
Are we gonna fucking? Is fucking Meg P gonna like sell her house and fucking pay?
Well, I got one today. I got one. I got the president of Sigma Chi. I'm gonna play it tomorrow morning. So I think so. But
okay, well, only 3,000 and so many to go.
Yeah, but this is all frets too. I mean, I want innocent fucking bystanders. You know, I want everybody. What about the guy? Did we got the guy that walking the dog interview? I mean, was he interviewed the dog walker with the seeing the door open?
Surely there's a report for it.
Yeah, reports.
He would have been interviewed.
Yeah, we need to FOIA that guy right there.
That's probably a phone call.
Yeah, that's what I have, a phone call of this guy. Fuck sakes.
I mean, these interviews and shit and how bullshit they are, right? It's another thing that you can point towards Pfizer. Because there's no follow-up questions. You know, all these interviews are kind of crap. Because they already have all of the information. I mean, Pfizer would almost tell them who
he was
they sort
denied.
of needed to interview.
Meg said he was denied the dog walker.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, I bet.
You want to know why? Because he's probably like, you guys are wrong about the time. And it doesn't line with the narrative of the fucking camera on 1112. I bet you that's at 9 a.m.
I seen all your cop cars outside the house at 10 o'clock when I walked past. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that time is definitely fucking edited. Fuck out of here.
Get her to file it under. Get her to file another FOIA under Gemma and fucking try again. Because there are people that are doing that now. They're starting to FOIA shit they've already FOIA'd just to see if anything's been missed out or not given.
Yeah.
But Joe Lake saying that we've interviewed thousands of people. Well, they might have done that, but thousands of those people probably didn't know that they were being interviewed through their phone. Didn't know their phones were being fucking interviewed.
Oh, shit. That'd be crazy. That'd be really... Oh, fuck. I fucked up there. Fuck! Fucking... That's my fault.
And this is all done, like, the whole thing is really all done between November 13th and December 19th. That's the thing. It's such a small gap of time to get all of this information and do all these interviews. Because, like, if they got all their information from Pfizer, right? Like they did, and then they never interviewed anyone because they don't need to. They don't really need to conduct any interviews. How bad would that look? That's going to look fucking suspicious, isn't it? If there's a quadruple homicide in a college town and no one's interviewed.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
They've almost got to do these interviews to cover up the fact that they already have the fucking information.
You know what I need?
That's why there's no hard questions being asked. No one's being actually interrogated because all the information that they would normally ask, they've already got it, bro.
I need to Dateline leak show. If anyone could send that to me, the Dateline 2020 when ain't that with the car leak and shit. I swear to God, they state Brian Koberger almost hit somebody.
Even Bill Thompson says it in court. Like, so, the car nearly lost control
and hit somebody, right?
And shit as it left. Yeah, or nearly hit the curb.
Well, Dayline said it was a person. I mean, I'm pretty sure on that. So who the fuck is that person? Who do you almost hit? What the fuck? You can't just say that shit. Camera? Right? Where was it?
And why are they not on the footage? Like,
what the fuck?
But see, there's no CCTV, right? Anne said this in court. If that's a white Elantra, like that vehicle, whatever it is, right? It never leaves Moscow.
Oh fuck! They got no. Yeah, they got no.
Nothing, bro. Nothing.
So what are they basing phone pings on his route back?
Oh, bro. They're not basing anything. They're saying he took a back road, and they don't know where he went. They're blaming it on a back road. But the problem is that to go from King Road and get out of Moscow and head towards Pullman, there's no possible way to go without going past the traffic camera.
Yeah.
All of the possible ways out of there already had traffic cameras on the intersections at the time. So they don't have any footage of that vehicle leaving Moscow.
Yeah, I remember hearing that shit.
Yeah. I mean, that's a question you can ask Cyray. I mean, how did his car get out of there? Did it fucking go through a warp zone or something? Did he use a wormhole?
He fucking teleported,
Yeah. I mean, like, fuck. But if Brian can teleport, how does he take his car with him? Or how many? I mean, you could ask Cy, how many white Elantras does Brian own? Because we've got more than one.
Yeah, I can't wait for this interview. I'll tell you that. I need, we need some answers on some shit.
Yeah, because it's really fucking. It's like, his point of view around Brian being guilty. It doesn't make any sense, bro. And it's It's like everything else in this fucking case. It just gives you more questions than answers. And we need to turn that around and actually get some answers.
Yeah.
Even the Queen said today, like this morning on their live, Sam and Ron said that even after talking to these experts and getting and having information given to them, they still got fucking questions. Like, how is this possible? We're just ending up with even more questions, and that, yeah, nah. I'm not having it. I'm fucking over it.
They literally said they tried hard but couldn't place BK at the crime scene. Yes, sir. They only have CCTV coverage for what fits their case. Yeah, and I do find it funny that the Moscow body cam and the 1112 cam literally line up perfectly, in my opinion, on time. And I just find that... how the fuck is that possible? And your phone call's off fucking a minute. Like, I mean, talk about doctors. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Shout out Leanne Hope for the Venmo donation. Much love. Make sure you guys thank Leanne Hope. Thank you so much, Leanne. We appreciate that. Much love. We'll give you a nice little tune after I kick RJ off. I won't keep him too long. I know RJ will stay for 10 hours, but yeah, I won't stay too long. So probably about 20 more minutes, and then because I need some sleep. But tomorrow afternoon, morning-ish for me, we are gonna do that interview. So it'll be at a short interview, or not short, a short show tomorrow, probably like an hour. But we'll do that and have a chat and release that out.
How many minutes is this?
It's only 22 minutes. It's not as bad as you think. He did mention something. We'll save it for tomorrow about frats together, like some type of partying when they're connected together or some shit. But I don't know. We'll have to wait till tomorrow and listen.
Oh, that does happen though.
Yeah, but I just want to know who they are. Even though yes, it's very common. Yeah. I just want to know the ones that are connected. So, yeah.
Yeah, but all these interviews are kind of interesting, but I just...
Yeah, you get a little Easter eggs. No, because...
Yeah, little Easter eggs,
no.
But we're not getting fucking...
We're not gonna get like I seen him walking with a K-bar at 1 a.m. Like, we ain't gonna get shit like that. Yeah. This is the problem, though. They're just robbing people. They're just robbing people for our money, and like, this shit should be free. Fuck you. I should request it, and it should fucking come to me. I don't give a fuck. Tell the government to pay for the shit. What the fuck do I gotta pay for
It's already paid for in your tax dollars, right? The people that work at the FOIA department, at the police, paid by tax money. This shit's already being paid for.
Yeah, you act like they don't get paid. Like they're not on an hourly, whatever salary, whatever the fuck it is. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? That's their fucking job. Fucking.
That's it. It ain't costing fucking MPD because they're already getting paid. The EWU lawsuit says that they're making about 30 grand a day.
That's insanity. And that they're taking 2 years to fucking send it. Because I watch other people FOIA shit. I'm like, they just said they FOIA'd it. They're collecting money to FOIA shit. And then they get the shit. I'm like, dude, we pay for this shit already. And you know what I mean? How the fuck don't we got our shit? Fucking pissing me off.
They're charging, they're charging people multiple times for the initial charge, rather than...
Yeah, it should be a duplicate fee. It should be a duplicate fee.
Everybody else gets the duplicate fee for $30. Nah, they're charging people fucking multiple times, bro, for the same fee.
Yeah, they are truly scum. Especially this fucking place.
Yeah, that's out the gate. But yeah, I reckon we're probably... like everything in this case, after Si's interview, we probably are going to have more fucking questions, but there's got to be some answers. We've got to get some answers. and at least expose the fact that we know the shit's going on. And everyone needs to know about it too.
Well, I like the answer that it's far from over, coming from respectable people in the fucking, involved in this case. I don't think it's going to happen on what we want it to, like next week. I think, it's going to probably take another year. And,
fuck, probably at least, bro.
Yeah, it's going to look dead. It looks dead, and then all of a sudden they're going to revive it again. Just like this book did, because I felt like it was feeling like it was dying, and all of a sudden this book came out. No matter what you think about Whitcomb, he's a fed, he's a plant. I get it. I understand. But it still revived it a little bit. You know what I mean? Give a little hope here, in my opinion.
Yeah, but for what, though?
I don't know. That's a great question.
What's the end goal?
That's a great question.
What, why do you have to keep reviving it? Like, what's the end goal to this? I don't know even know if Cy raised the last interview. There might be someone else after him, but like, what's the end goal here? Are they slowly releasing some of the crazy shit that's happened to the public? Like, they're just slowly putting the information out there. So it's
we did get on redacted docs, so that was a plus. I didn't think we'd get the whole Dylan interview unredacted. We got Nunes's body. And see, that's what I find funny too. Whitcomb's talking about what Nunes says in his body cam about suicide or shit. And, we got to take Chris Whitcomb's word on that. But then, not too far from that book, we actually get unredacted documents stating that is true. So I don't know.
I don't know how much you have to take him at his word, because really, at the end of the day, you can turn around and say, well, where's the receipts for all this shit? Like, they're going to come out and, make all these claims and shit. Well, where's the receipts? Like, I want the receipts from Cy as to Brian's involvement and how that information was obtained.
Yeah, why he thinks that if he's going to push that agenda, you know what I mean? Because it should be more. It should be more of a no comment if you can't explain why you think that. Because then, if you're just stating that, but can't give us some evidence you've seen because it's under fucking unsealed, it's not unsealed or whatever. I just think that's a crock of shit.
Yeah, exactly. You shouldn't even say anything. You should, if you can't, at this stage, nobody should be doing any of these interviews and coming and saying anything that they can't literally on the spot fucking email a Kristen a receipt for.
Right.
I'll give. They can't talk about it because it's sealed.
I'll give Turvey a little credit. He stated the chain of custody. It's out there. We can see the picture. It looks like someone signed 9 names.
Yeah, we can see that.
I'll give him that credit. Credit where's credit due. He's stating that the chain of custody is broken, and we see the signatures, and it looks like the same signature. So I'll give him that. So now if Cy Ray's going to say this, all right, well, just show me where you got there, and I'm with you.
Hold them to the same standard. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, hold them to the same standard. Tell them, Turvey said the chain of custody is broken. We've got a photograph that says chain of custody is bullshit. So, what's I want to know what Cy Ray's seen to make him say that, other than just fucking, he pled guilty, there's got to be
a reason to that.
Because this guy, Cy is the guy that's going to know, this information. He's going to know where it came from, right? If it's data, he's going to know about it, and he's going to find it, and he's going to know where it came from, not just what it is. He's going to be able to trace it back to how it was obtained in the first place. He probably knows a hell of a lot more, because he said his role was to look at everybody's geolocation data, not just Brian's. So I want to know how many people's geolocation data has he looked at. I know for a fact he would have looked at Maddie and Xana's, because somehow the state provided Anne with their timing advance records. Before January of 23.
Right.
So, where did those, that's another question. Well, where did they get those if they weren't available? And the only answer Is the fucking feds doing dodgy shit? That's the only answer.
Yeah, I like Amanda's answer here. She said MPD never did the work. They took the tip, created fake maps, and did none of the actual investigation work. That's when Steve G spoke up about the law enforcement. FBI don't agree on things, and FBI left. I mean, I guess, but I don't know if the FBI created the bullshit and the MPD just went along with the ride and said, okay, you know, like the FBI did it all, and they were like, trust us, bro. And
yeah,
they had
I would say that's probably just what they told Steve. But what actually probably happened is that the FBI did everything, got Moscow to set up the cover up for it with the warrants and shit, and then bailed out because they don't need MPD after that. Once the parallel construction is built and all that shit's in order, then that's a MPD. They're out of there. They're gone. And they probably told Steve that. You know, that's probably the excuse they gave him.
The feds did all the dodgy
the feds
shit.
Came in,
I think so too.
The feds came in, they did all the dodgy shit, they got all the shit they wanted, and they fucked off.
Well, the FBI just generated just a tip. I mean, do you believe that's all they did?
Well, I don't even know if they did that, bro. Like, the FBI were co-located with Payne, in the same building, right? And Payne says that he got a phone call from the FBI. I mean, were they standing right next to Payne when they fucking rang his phone? They're in the same building. This whole generating a tip, that's a cover-up for a cover-up. I mean, the IGG fell through as a cover-up, so they had to, we'll just come up with a tip. That's probably a cover-up as well.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, how could you trust anything coming out of anyone's fucking mouth on that side? I mean, trust us, bro. That's how I look at it.
How did they get Brian's name?
And we're back to square one.
Back to square one, bro.
First question, Kristen. How the fuck did they get to him? And Cyree ends the fucking interview within 5 minutes. I gotta go, guys. Cyree's gonna pull a Enan Harsh. Enan Harsh, he came on my show. He left in 5 minutes. We were like, so who owns the Black Explorer? He's like, I gotta go, guys.
Fuck. We're gonna have a real loud exhaust, did it?
Yeah, fuck. That's it. Oh man.
Yeah. I reckon. Get him talking. Just get him talking. Ask him the questions that Kristen and stuff want asked, and whatever they want to do with them, and just get him talking, get it comfortable, and then wait till the end and just drop all the shit. You know.
Yeah.
Then towards the end quarter, the end third, just really unload on all this fucking government shit and all the dodgy shit, because he'll be comfortable and he'll be, he would have spent an hour and a half, 2 hours talking about pings and how cell towers work and shit. And fuck that, I want to know about surveillance fucking weapons.
Fuck's sakes.
Yeah, well, they really fucked up. I just can't understand why they're giving Cyree to us to do an interview. I mean, they think they covered this shit up well enough that nobody's going to know about this shit. Well, yeah, well, they did a piss poor job, because I fucking know about it, and I know that he knows about it.
Well, he called it out. I mean, what the fuck, for fuck's sakes, at this point. That's what I'm saying. You gotta use his own words against him. If he's sitting there on the stand and he's making these claims, then I don't see how he wouldn't be comfortable talking about the claims that he made.
Yeah, exactly, bro. This was a public. You can watch his testimony on YouTube. Everyone, it's 45 minutes long. You can watch the shit. It's public. He didn't say the word hemisphere, but you put the pieces of his affidavits and just that testimony together, and it just tells you everything you need to know. And it tells you that he knows.
Right.
So I think everybody should know.
I want to give a shout out to Tommy Boy. Thank you for the Venmo donation. Much appreciated. If you could thank Tommy Boy in the chat, we'd appreciate that. We did hit over 100 subs for RJ Embry. Thank you, Zoo. He's at 102 from the Zoo. I won't have to quit today. Since I live again. I live another day. I live another day. The Zoo will never disappoint us. That's for sure.
3 weeks to go. We'll fucking quit after Ray quits the interview.
Fuck.
That's it. If he quits the interview, I'm fucking out. That's it. I'm done.
I'm taking like a month off after that. Fuck. Yeah. Shout out Mac P. Shout out Mac P. Thank you for the or I can't say that name. We get booted for the donation. We appreciate you. Fuck, dude. This guy's. I'm under surveillance out here. For fuck's sakes. What's up, Little Red Riding Hood? Good to see you. But we are going to end it. What up, Ren? Good to see you. We are going to end the show here. I know it's a little early one, but, you know, I'm tired. Me and RJ chopped it up for a good almost 2 hours.
Yo.
So make sure you guys thank him for coming. Make sure you go to his page, you like his video, you comment, you ask his questions. Tell him where he's right. Tell him where he's wrong. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? And this is why we do it, to share information. And that's it. Be respectful, you know. This is the Zoo. We're trying to be a little bit respectful here and just keep it moving. But we are going to end the show, so I want you guys to make sure you do go follow the page and linked under below. And, yeah, we'll see you when I see you. I'm going to play a couple songs on the outro, some donation songs. So, you know, I'll be here for another 15 minutes. 10-15 minutes. But RJ, thank you for coming up, sir. Keep the videos coming out.
Shot my G.
We appreciate you.
Good, brother.
All right, I'll talk to you later, big dog. All right.
Thank you. Yeah, later, G. All good. Thank you.
Peace. So there it is. There's my boy RJ EMBREE, little Pav Jr., Pav's nephew, aka. So much love to everyone who's donated tonight. We're gonna play some songs and then we are out of here. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit the like button. And that's it.
Outkast, you just received a donation from Leanne Hope.
Everyone thank Leanne Hope in the chat. Are you going to lose your mud stick?
Here comes the money, dollar, dollar. Here comes the money, dollar, dollar. Here comes the money, dollar, dollar. Here comes the money, dollar, dollar.
Everyone thank Leanne Hope for the donation.
For the donation. You just received a donation from Leanne Hope.
Everyone thank Leanne Hope in the chat. Are you going to lose your mud stick?
Here comes the money, dollar, 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 dollar. Here comes the money, dollar, 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 dollar. Here comes the money, dollar, 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 dollar. Here comes the money, dollar, 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 dollar.
Everyone thank Leanne Hope for the donation.
For the donation.
Yo, what up, bitch? Franklin, I see you over there on the Kit Kat. Much appreciated. Fuck's sakes, I'm all over the place. Shout out Blue Rain. Shout out Blue Rain. Blue Rain.
Outkast, you just received some kicks from Blu-ray. Let's all thank Blu-ray for them kicks, or you're gonna lose your mod stick. Here coming kicks, dollar, dollar. Here coming kicks, dollar, dollar. Let's all thank Blu-ray. Ready, 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 ready for the donation.
Shout out Mac Peasy.
Outkast, you just received a donation from Meg P.
Everyone thank Meg P in the chat.
Or you gonna lose your mud stick. Here come the money. Here come the money. Here come the money. Everyone thank Meg P for the donation. For the donation. Outkast, you just received a donation from Meg P.
Everyone thank Meg P in the chat.
Or you gonna lose your mud stick. Here comes the money. Here comes the money. Here comes the money. Everyone thank Meg P for the donation. For the donation.
Shout out Tommy Boy, much love to you.
Outkast, you just received a donation from Tommy Boy. Everyone thank Tommy Boy in the chat, or you gonna lose your mod stick. Here comes the money. Dollar, dollar. Here comes the money. Here comes the money. Everyone, thank Tommy Boy for the donation. Everyone, thank Tommy Boy for the donation. Everyone, thank Tommy Boy for the donation. Everyone, thank Tommy Boy. Here comes the money. Da 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 da. Here comes the money. Here comes the money! Everyone, thank Tommy Boy for the donation. Everyone, thank Tommy Boy for the donation. Money for the donation. Money for the donation.
Alright, we're out. If I get some good sleep, I will play that audio interview we have of the Sigma Chi president tomorrow morning, afternoon. And so if you see me pop up, that's what we will be playing. It won't be a long one, but